Get off my TV. The very hashtag that has slain a 7-foot giant. The very hashtag that has sent a demon directly back to hell. And the very hashtag that has sent a beast into starvation. Now available as an official wrestling podcast partner of barbershopwindow.com. Get Off My TV, Off the Script, presents to you version 3, featuring the Goon of Goons. Get Off My TV will now be the official hashtag that crumbles an entire empire. For $19.99, you can wear this beauty in pride. Barbershopwindow.com. Link is down below in the description. An official partner for Off the Script. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Is episode 120, part number 1 of the number 1 fucking podcast in your subscription boxes right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script, June 3rd, 2016, man. Thank you so much for joining me to start your weekend off right here with Off the Script, man. We're going to do the unboxing. I got a Wrestle Crate, as always. We're going to do the Wrestle Crate unboxing, and then we're going to get into one of the biggest stories that I've read all week long. I'm surprised nobody's talking about it. I know it's a big rumor going around right now, and I'm surprised nobody's given their thoughts on it. But as you can see from the title, Triple H to lead an NXT invasion on Monday Night Raw. It has been brought up. It has been brought up in various different scenarios that could possibly happen. We're going to discuss it. We're going to discuss what the rumors are saying. And it adds another fucking element to this draft, to this brand extension that hopefully WWE gets right. We're going to go over a bunch of shit. WWE adding another tag team championship, another women's championship possibly. Now we're treading a thin line in which WWE should not be crossing. They should not be thinking about adding anything else. And we're going to discuss all that. We got a ton of shit this weekend. A bunch of shit I want to go over with you guys. So thank you so much for making me your number 1 WWE destination right here on YouTube.com. Before I get into the unboxing, guys, quickly, get your t-shirts. Barbershop Window. Link is down below if you guys want to go purchase the new Get Off My TV version 3 that was just released a couple of weeks ago. It is a top seller right now on Barbershop Window. It's the new home. We are an official partner of Barbershop Window right now, man. So go over there, get your t-shirt, $19.99. They ship everywhere within the United States and overseas. So make sure you get your shit, man. Support the podcast and look great while doing it. And that would be fantastic if you guys go and get your shirts and wear that motherfucker to a WWE live event. If you do, tweet me, and I'll certainly retweet you guys, man. Continue to support the Patreon. Patreon.com/JD from NY206, man. You guys are still kicking ass. There are perks right now that are available if you guys want to go check that out. Link is down below as well. There will be new revolving perks throughout the summer. I just got to use my creative genius to come up with something great for you guys so that you're proud to be a part of Team JD. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. As always, if not, I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for, bro. I really don't know what you're waiting for. We do WWE unlike anybody else right here, and that is a fact. And finally, guys, we're going to do the Wrestle Crate. As always, WrestleCrate.com. I'll go over that again, WrestleCrate.com, and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. And if you missed any one of my videos from this current week, everything is linked down below in the description of this video, man. So let's get into the Wrestle Crate, man. I have not looked yet I don't like looking. I like being surprised when I do these unboxings on off the script. When we get it, let me position myself. All right, man. Wrestle Crate. This shit's fucking beast, man. Last month's was fucking beast. And we got a t-shirt. We got a t-shirt already, man. Let's see. All the t-shirts, by the way, are from Pro Wrestling Tees, Barbershop Window, 1 Hour Tees, man. The same people that make my shirts, so you know it's fucking quality, and the printing is fucking awesome. Oh my God, you know I'm wearing this motherfucker out. You know I'm wearing this motherfucker out, man. I wish it was on black, that would have been even better, but Fight Forever. Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura, man. One of the best matches I have ever seen, and without question, the best match of 2016, probably of 2017 and 2018, and so on and so forth, man. I watched this match about 7-8 times. So did my buddies. We all know this match was a fucking classic. Unbelievable, man. That is a great fucking shirt. I'm going to wash this, and I'm wearing this motherfucker out to the bars this summer, man. Fight Forever. Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura. That is fucking beast right there. That's what I like to see. Look at this, man. To add on top of my figures that I got recently, man. Ed, you are kicking ass with this shit, brother. You are kicking ass with these fucking figures and these unboxings, man. We got Finn Balor, we got Psycho Sid. Now we got an elite Mattel Kalisto figure. Look at that, man. Includes entrance mask and aerial action stand. Wow. And in this collection, you have the choice. If you guys unbox, man, let me know who you got if you got the box. This is the Ultimate Crate. You got Neville, Triple H, the Nasty Boys, and Xavier Woods. So let me know who you got, man. I got Kalisto. Typical, I'd get the fucking Mexican guy, but listen, I'm not going to complain. Alright? On Call of Duty, I'd complain because I'd be fucking lagging all over the place and glitching into a wall somewhere. But that's okay. I'll deal with that. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't believe they got this guy to sign, bro. We got an autograph in here, which you guys are going to see. And then we got a pack of Heritage Topps. Topps cards, man. I used to collect baseball cards back in the day. This seems to be the last item in here. We'll save this for a little bit. But that's it, man. You know, the shirt and the figure. The shirt and the figure, man. It's worth its price of the box anyway. So let's see who's in this, man. Let's carefully rip this open. Remember, guys, if you guys want your own crate, coupon code JD sent me for an instant 10% off your first crate. That's the regular crate or the ultimate crate. WrestleCrate.com and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. Tweet them that you heard about WrestleCrates right here on Off the Script from JD, and throw Ed some good vibes, man. He's a good dude. Who do we got here? All right, we opened up. We got Harley Race. We got Papa Shango. Look at him. Papa Shango. We got Doink the Clown. I doubt we're going to get anybody good here. Doink the Clown. We got all the fucking jobbers so far, except for Harley Race. Doink the Clown and fucking Papa Shango, man. Come on. We got Booker T. Booker T right there, WWE Hall of Famer. And so is Papa Shango if you want. Paige. There you go. Paige. Ooh, Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman right there. And coincidentally, we got a Rookie of the Year in 2002. The Beast. Brock Lesnar. Look at him. And we got Emma, NXT. Wish her a speedy recovery, man. She was just hitting fucking a good stride on the WWE main roster. And then we got a Then and Now card of Christian. Look at him. So that's the cards I got. Not really much in the pack. Didn't expect, you know, it would have been nice to get a Taker or a Rock or a Cena or, you know, someone along those lines. But obviously we got Brock Lesnar. So that's all that matters. And oh my God, I would love I would love if WWE signed this man for NXT. I so desperately want to see his move, his signature move in NXT, bro. I think he would get over so good, so much with the crowd. Can you imagine this man in a WWE ring doing the fucking penis slam, or whatever the fuck it's called? I present to you a signed autograph of Joey Ryan. Look at him. Oh my God, man. That is fucking great, man. All these pictures that you get an autograph in every Ultimate Crate, man. I got so many of these, I gotta go out and buy framed, because eventually when I get a bigger office space and when I actually get a legit fucking gaming room for myself, all of these that I got Jerry Lawler, you got Kurt Angle, RVD, these are all getting, you know, framed, and they're going to be hung up on the wall, man. But we got Joey Ryan in this month's Wrestle Crate. That is fucking beast, man. And pretty much that's the crate. Like I said, if you guys want your own crate, man, WrestleCrate.com, and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. If you're going to go get one on the website, fill out all the information, and at checkout, use the code JDSENTME for an instant 10% off. That's that. Ed, thank you very much, brother. Always looking forward to getting Wrestle Crate, man. It's one of the best things that I do right here on Off the Script every single month. Now, let's get on with the news, guys. I know you guys are here for the news. Let's talk about it. Triple H to lead an NXT invasion of the main roster for the Superstar Draft. NXT to get 1 hour of Monday Night Raw. On July 19th, SmackDown will move to Tuesdays and will be going live with its own unique talent roster. That means the WWE Superstar Draft is set to happen sometime before then, and it is expected to take place on Monday Night Raw, June 11th. But that is not confirmed yet. Everyone's wondering which superstars will go where, but they're kind of forgetting about two small things. The man known as Triple H and NXT. When the new WWE brand split was announced, it was given that Shane McMahon would get control of one show, while Stephanie McMahon would gain control of the other. They will have the draft to split the roster up and give each brand its own unique set of talent. Some have wondered just how the draft is going to work, if champions will travel both shows, and a bunch of other things. One of the bigger questions is if NXT is going to be part of this entire thing. And if the list going around the internet is any indication, it will be. Now, I will not go over the list. I will not go over something that is obviously rumored, and it is not factual, it is not authentic, it is not confirmed in any way. Some of the names that you can possibly think of, you know, like a John Cena and Roman Reigns, or an AJ Styles or a Kevin Owens, you kind of get a sense of where they're going to go. Just based on who they are and where their talents would fit best on a particular show. All we know for now is that John Cena and Roman Reigns, and this is not even confirmed, that John Cena and Roman Reigns, being that they're two of the biggest names in the company, Roman Reigns leading the new era, John Cena, obviously of the old guard, you know, he's still, to me anyway, no matter what you say about Roman Reigns, John Cena is the #1 man in that company. He is still the face of that company. Until he officially announces his retirement, he will be the face of that company. So, John Cena and Roman Reigns, being that they're #1 and #2, respectively, they will be split, and they will lead each individual brand as the head of its class. That we know for sure. We just don't know which guy is going to go to which show. Wrestling Inc. is reporting that the list floating around should be only considered a rumor at this time. But the interesting part is that NXT is part of it. Reddit has a long conversation going on about how NXT needs to be part of the draft for kayfabe reasons, as it wouldn't make sense for Shane and Stephanie not to go after all that great talent. That list actually has the NXT roster rather evenly split between Raw and SmackDown. But there could be another idea to incorporate WWE's developmental into certain things. Former ECW, WWE, and TNA star Taz has always had a lot to say about the wrestling world, and he decided to sit down with Sports Illustrated to discuss a few things. Of course, he talks about what he's been doing, but then he decides to give his thoughts on WWE's upcoming brand split and draft. Taz mentions how he predicted the brand split 3 or 4 months ago on his own show, The Taz Show, which is on CBS Radio every single weekday morning. He said that WWE is a bit late with it, but the brand split works, so it should be a success. This is where things get interesting, as Taz believes it's going to be difficult for writers and the creative team to keep Monday Night Raw for 3 hours each week, and this is what my main concern was on my video about letting you know everything we know about the brand split and the draft. That was my main concern. That's been my concern for months, ever since these rumors started. I do not think that WWE is going to be able to maintain Monday Night Raw with half a roster. Look at how piss poor the shows have been with a semi-full roster. Yes, you're missing guys like Orton, Wyatt, Neville, Tyson Kidd, but those are the big names. Luke Harper's out. The Wyatt family's not there. Those names are not going to make or break a show. WWE has so much talent right now that is back, that is able to go, and that are more important to their brand and their company than those guys are. Orton's stale. Wyatt hasn't done anything of importance for years. The Wyatt family's been booked like shit. Neville was in the mid-card. He really didn't add any importance to the show, even though we all love Neville. Those guys are not make-or-break talents to Monday Night Raw. What they have right now is a semi-full roster. You got Reigns, you got Cena, you got Rollins, you got Ambrose, you got Jericho. Lesnar's not even there. Lesnar's part-time. You know, Undertaker's not there. He probably is done with the WWE as far as the rumors are going. But you guys get my point. Monday Night Raw with a semi-full roster is struggling mightily to put on good television. But now you want to split the rosters, take away half of what we see now, put it on SmackDown, and you're going to give me 3 hours of Monday Night Raw with compelling television. I don't think, for one split second, that WWE is going to be able to do that. Not at all, man. If I was a betting man, I would bet the house, the kids, the dog, the cat, the car on WWE failing at giving me Monday Night Raw for 3 hours during the draft. It's not going to happen. And I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to fucking look into this camera and I'm going to speak into this microphone. I'm going to tell you, I told you so. Now, I don't want them to fail at all. I want this to be a fucking success. There's so much potential coming out of this, but on the flip side, there's so much fucking negativity and there's so much potential danger to come along with this brand split. And Taz, being that he stated that it's too difficult for writers and creative team to keep Monday Night Raw going for 3 hours, that is obviously on the back of everyone's mind, and I certainly hope so, that it's on the back of Vince McMahon's mind too, because that is a fucking huge mistake waiting to happen. Clearly. And I hope he knows that. If Raw was 2 hours, I would not be sitting here complaining. If Raw was 2 hours, I would not be sitting here each and every week telling you that this is going to be a mistake. In the long run for Monday Night Raw, which should have been your #1 priority to make right again anyway, before a draft, I'm gonna say, listen, if Raw was 2 hours, I wouldn't be saying half the shit I'm saying. 2 hours is where it needs to be. Now, fucking Goons View Entertainment is reporting, and I didn't hear this. I don't know where the fuck he got his information from, but WWE's thinking about making SmackDown 3 hours? I don't know where he got his information from, but I certainly hope he pulled it from a fucking garbage can outside down the block from where he lives. Because if that's the case, WWE is making a grave mistake. So you want to add 3 hours of Raw, 3 hours of SmackDown, that's 6 hours between 2 nights, 1 hour of NXT, 7 hours, and then a pay-per-view, 10 hours of WWE content during the week? I might have to quit my job today if that's the fucking case. I would not be able to cover it all. So, Taz is right. Taz is right. The creative team and the writers to keep Monday Night Raw going for 3 hours each and every week, not going to be something that is going to be an easy fucking task, okay? So, we'll see what happens with that. Alright guys, continuing on with the story. Taz said Monday Night Raw going for 3 hours each week with a roster that's cut in half. 3 hours will be too much. In his mind, that's where NXT should come in. Stephanie and Shane have a kind of sibling rivalry. So Stephanie will run SmackDown and Shane will run Raw. Stephanie will ask, why do you get 3 hours of your brand and I only get 2 on mine? Oh my God. If that's the fucking case, and they want to add another hour to SmackDown, shoot me now. Hang me. Stab me in the eye. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it at all. Then Vince comes out and settles the argument between the two kids by making it plain and simple. Raw and SmackDown will both be 2 hours. Oh, shit, I don't know if I'm dreaming or not, but that would be the ultimate fucking scenario. When someone asks what happens to that third hour, then boom, you play Triple H's music and you give NXT to Triple H. While it may seem like nothing more than Taz's idea, it's hard to argue with it, and it certainly makes a lot of sense. Taz believes that NXT could run each Monday as the lead-in show for Raw and take the 8 p.m. slot all the way up to 9 p.m. on the USA Network. Raw will then run the final 2 hours on Monday each week, and SmackDown will get its own 2 hours each week on Tuesday nights. NXT could still keep their Wednesday show on the network, and that would give more talent to get more exposure. Not only would it have more eyes on NXT, but it would prep the talent that is working on the big stage once they are called up to the main roster. The rumors are growing stronger that NXT is going to be a huge part of this superstar draft, and the list floating around is proof of that. Austin Aries, Nia Jax, Asuka, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Bayley, Hideo Itami, American Alpha, Blake and Murphy, and so many more are all prepped and ready for the big leagues. It's time that WWE makes the world realize that NXT is just as much its own brand as Raw and SmackDown. The WWE Superstar Draft is going to be break apart a very deep and talented roster that could see both Monday Night Raw and SmackDown flourish. Incorporating NXT into the whole thing would make a lot of sense and would only seem right to have Triple H lead the charge, or invasion, if you want to call it that. It may be an idea rolling around in Taz's head, but rumors are swirling of NXT becoming a part of the main roster, so it's not totally out of the question. I don't know what's going on here, man. I really don't. You know, in retrospect, if you really think about it, this might be the best idea out of everything. But then, again, what do you do with NXT on Wednesday nights? I mean, if you're going to give them 1 hour of television on the USA Network from 8 to 9, and then you're going to give us WWE Raw from 9 to 11, what does that do to NXT on the WWE Network? I mean, are we all ready to watch NXT on the USA Network, or do we want to see NXT remain the way it is as an exclusive for the WWE Network? I'm not sure if Triple H or Vince McMahon want to do that, because a lot of people, I'm sure a ton of subscriptions come from the fact that NXT is exclusive to the network. If you take that away from the network, you're harming the network. That's a reason why people are subscribed to the network to begin with. The main reason why I'm subscribed to the network now is not because of the catalog, not because of the fact of WWE's giving us original specials, not because that I can go back and watch the 1993 King of the Ring whenever the fuck I want and see Bret Hart get his ass kicked by Jerry the King Lawler. If I want to go back and watch War Games in old school WCW, you know, the fact that I'm subscribed to the network is because of NXT every single Wednesday, and the fact that TakeOver has been the best thing that WWE has produced in years. And the only way you can watch that is on the WWE Network. Now, you could still realistically have TakeOver on the network, which would keep those subscriptions intact, but if you take away NXT weekly on the WWE Network, that's a lot of viewership lost there. I'm not sure how that's going to work. If you put it on Monday Night Raw, yes, it's a great idea. It's something to really, really sink your teeth into. It's something to think about. But I don't know where they go from here. Does WWE really want to risk taking NXT from where it's been born and moving it to the big stage? Do you really want to strip the entire fucking brand down to the bone to make sure this draft works? I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. You know, we all have the mindset of NXT, even though it's not, being a minor league, you know? Just like a baseball team. When someone is injured on the main roster, you go down and you pull someone who is ready, completely, or near ready to give him a shot. You pull him from AAA. NXT is AAA. That's the way it's been molded as WWE. You know, in the WWE. It's, I don't want to say it's AAA because everybody down there is ready for the main roster. But it's realistically, if you think about it, it's a AAA version of what WWE is doing. Everybody down there is ready. Do you really want to take that away and pull everybody and leave them with nothing? This has so many positives, but it also has just as many negatives. You don't want to kill NXT. Who are you going to have down there leading the charge for NXT? It doesn't make sense. And this is why I said the draft coming now is too soon. It's too soon. I stated this months ago. This is easily a year or two out, max. But WWE is taking everything that should be planned out years in advance and stuffing it into fucking a month and a half. They don't even know right now what they want to do. They don't know where they want to put certain guys. They don't know what they're doing with the championships. They don't know what's going to happen with Monday Night Raw being 3 hours. They don't know what they're doing with NXT. They don't know what they're doing. So how can you go into something and say, yeah, I'm for it, when you just don't know? Now, I've said WWE should be taking risks, but this is too big of a risk that could potentially collapse the entire fucking company. What do you do here? I don't know. I don't know. But hopefully somebody there is going to be a fucking miracle worker and make right of everything. Because the way it is right now, I do not trust WWE to make things right. The draft has its positives. Splitting Raw and SmackDown has its positives. I agree with most of you who come to me and tell me, JD, you got to look at the positives. This is only going to be a good thing. I agree. But what about Raw? What about NXT? What about the future of that company? Seriously. Is WWE going to make it right? And what you guys fail to understand is that this happened already. You guys want to come to me and tell me, stop being negative. Negative about what? This concept has already failed in the past. It already failed. You're going to attempt it again? It failed already. What makes you think WWE won't fuck it up again? They can't even do the simplest fucking things now with a full roster. Now you're going to complicate everything and make things double as worse. 2 teams, 2 titles, 2 this, 2 that. Seriously, you guys got to think logically about this. Oh, it's going to be a great thing. Yeah, it started off great when they first did it, and then what happened? They ended it because it fucking sucked. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking about that. Triple H leading an NXT invasion on the main roster for the draft. Will NXT be on Monday Night Raw? Do you guys think it's a good idea? Do you guys think that Taz coming up with this concept could work? Or is this just fucking smoke and mirrors? I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments. Sound off down below. Speaking of the brand split, WWE will have, and this is a rumor, 2 sets of tag team championships after the brand split. Again, one of my concerns was taking what they got now as far as championships and splitting them, adding more titles on top of what they have already. Not only does that devalue the titles that you have now, but it just adds too much to an already overexposed fucking product. I don't know why you need to add 2 championships. I don't know why you need to add 2 tag team championships. I don't understand why you gotta add a fucking 2 women's championships. Listen, 1 championship. You're already splitting the rosters. That's enough. 1 world champion. You know, when you look at an organization, or you look at a fucking league, or you look at, you know, whatever, fighting, UFC, boxing, you have 1 world champion. You don't have 2 world champions. You're not going to have 2 basketball teams winning the fucking NBA Finals this year. You're not going to have 2 teams winning the World Series this year. 1 champion. 1 man to define what everybody else wants or what everybody else should strive for. That's it. That's the old concept that's been in play for fucking centuries. One championship. You add more championships, not only does it devalue what you have now, but it just waters everything down. Too much. As of this writing, WWE Tag Team Champions New Day have been champions for 283 days. They've been spectacularly dominant as faces and heels during this time. The Tag Team Championship has a ton of prestige right now, and the team that finally dethrones the New Day is going to gain a ton of momentum along with the titles. However, all that hard work from the trio of unicorns may go to waste because the brand split not only threatens breaking up the New Day, but there are serious changes coming to the WWE's Tag Team division. According to a report from DWN, DailyWrestlingNews.com, there are a lot of internal decisions to be made over the next month and a half regarding the WWE draft and what to do with the separation between Raw and SmackDown. There's been a lot of talk about having two different sets of tag team titles in WWE because the WWE officials feel there are enough teams so each brand can have a tag team championship. This brings up a very interesting debate because WWE officials are correct that there are a ton of tag teams that could result in two different sets of titles. But the company could very easily have one set of title and have the tag team champions floating back and forth between both shows. When it comes to other tag team material, many think that WWE will have to intentionally feel some tag teams have run their course in order to truly break them up. With Shane and Stephanie McMahon having to pick a lot of their talent initially, it would make sense for fans to not imagine that a random pick would occur like in the past where they have a computer decide things for them. We all know creative picks where people go anyway, and it would be a bit different if teams were broken up by Shane and Stephanie, as it would mean a bit more knowing that teams could have been kept together if not for the pick of a certain McMahon. This will certainly be played out on television for sure. Expect things to get very interesting in the WWE draft, which is rumored to be for July 11th. No splitting teams, WWE. Leave the teams intact. And I stated this last week. If you're going to draft the New Day, you draft all three of the New Day. If you're going to draft the Dudleys, you're going to draft both of the Dudleys, and so on and so forth. Because I know, with the rumors going around with Big Cass and Vince McMahon having a fucking massive hard-on for him, I would not be surprised if they draft Cass to SmackDown and keep Enzo on Raw. You don't need that. That's a fucking complete waste of both guys. And a complete waste of the WWE. Just throwing a great team away for the fucking sake of a draft. Now, I compiled this list of teams, okay, that we have in the tag team division right now. Now, with Raw being 3 hours for at least the next 2 years, it would make sense if the tag team champions rotate between both shows. And you keep tag teams on both shows, okay? Now, the reason why I say this is because if you're going to have two separate titles and you're going to split everything down the middle, it's going to add more television if the tag team championships are both going between Raw and SmackDown. It adds more television, and you get more out of the tag team division if they are on both shows. Okay? So, my list here, New Day, Enzo and Cass, the Dudleys, Usos, the Wyatt family, the Club, Lucha Dragons, Vaudevillains. Those are the main teams in the division, okay? Those are the main teams that we see on television right now. Wyatt family, I know, has been hurt, but they are still in that conversation. The teams that aren't really established yet on WWE television, Social Outcasts, Golden Truth, The Shining Stars, Breezango. I don't know if I'm fucking talking about Tyler Breeze and Fandango, or I'm talking about a fucking smoothie on the menu of Jamba Juice. I don't fucking know. Breezango. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ, I got news on them in a second. American Alpha. This is NXT teams that could be brought up to the fucking draft of the main roster. American Alpha, Revival, and then obviously you got the Ascension. Now, that's a lot of teams. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 teams right there that I listed, okay? Now, some of you, I know there'll be a goon in the comments. Oh, JD, there's more than enough teams for 2 titles, man. Yeah, there really is. But you want to split 8 teams on one brand and 8 teams on the other? Or do you want tag team matches revolving around both shows? Okay? I think that would be the best idea. I don't want to see 2 sets of titles. That's the point I'm trying to make. You do not need 2 sets of titles. Reason because, and I'm going to fucking blow your minds with this one, okay? This is the simplest fucking explanation I can give you. Why do you want to add 2 sets of titles to the New Day and what they've done? 283 days they've been tag team champions. When was the last time we had a team that dominant holding the WWE tag team championships? I can't remember. And nobody gives a shit because what we're talking about now is current day. The WWE tag team division has seen its ups and downs over the years. Yes, we understand that. But there's been some type of slow build. There's been some type of revival in the tag team division. And why would you want to take all that hard work and prestige away from the New Day and the titles that they hold? Do you know by adding another set of titles, it's going to automatically devalue what the New Day have done? Truth. You don't want to add 2 titles. If you're a tag team in the WWE, you will never feel fully accomplished in what you are doing as a tag team unless you capture the WWE Championship. The same goes for Roman Reigns' title, the one that he holds. As a singles guy, do you know what this means to me, in my honest opinion? If you're a Dean Ambrose and you're given the SmackDown World title, what this means to me is, yeah, I'm a world champion, but I am not the world champion. I'm a world champion because WWE, figured out and realized, listen, I'm not good enough to be where Roman Reigns is. I'm not good enough to have the title. So if you're a Dean Ambrose, why would you want to hold the SmackDown World title? So that means you're not good enough to hold Roman Reigns' world title. Same thing goes here. If you're the Vaudevillains, right, you're not good enough to hold the WWE Tag Team Championships, but you're okay with holding the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Bullshit. It is so terrible the way it sounds. And I hope I made sense of that. If you're a fucking competitor in WWE, you want the title. No, you're gonna fucking be second best. That's all you're gonna be known as. Second best. Yeah, I'm the SmackDown World Champion. It'll never go on your fucking resume. I was the WWE Champion. You're the SmackDown World Champion. Yeah, that sounds great. That's something that's really gonna make me fucking an accomplished WWE wrestler. Get the fuck out of here, man. So fucking stupid. I don't give a shit if you have 100 fucking teams. Give me tag team wrestling between both shows. You know? Instead of giving me fucking 8-man tags and fucking 16-man tags. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Seriously, you have enough teams here to fill 3 hours of Raw. You don't need to split the fucking teams. Fuck out of here. You don't need to split the titles. You don't need to split the division. You don't need to split the fucking brands. Fuck this shit. So fucking stupid, dude. And that's the truth of it. That is the truth of it. When you goons tell me, oh yeah, they should split the titles. They should add more titles. Really? I just deaded your entire fucking argument with this rant. Done. Seriously. I know if I'm a fucking WWE superstar, I'm in the fucking business to fucking fight for the WWE Championship at a WrestleMania. Not open the fucking show with a world title match. That means nothing. So stupid. Watch. I'm waiting for this to fucking collapse. I'm waiting for it to fail. I don't want it to, but I'm waiting. I'm sitting there with my fucking iced coffee, and I'm waiting for it to fail. Seriously. Moving on. More news on tag teams. Vince McMahon has given up on the Shining Stars. Wow. Wow, we didn't see this coming. I'm surprised he lasted fucking 10 minutes with this fucking tag team. Never mind fucking 2 weeks. The debut of Primo and Epico and their new gimmick has been given a lot of time to develop. Yeah, 5 weeks of fucking promos. Meanwhile, Apollo Crews didn't get one. Tyler Breeze didn't get one. Baron Corbin didn't get one. Sami Zayn didn't get one. Is Finn Balor gonna get one? Is Samoa Joe gonna get one? 5 weeks for 2 guys that have fucking bombed terribly on WWE main roster. Not only with this gimmick, but with the last one. And that fucking little bull. Fucking goon. Last October, both men were taken off WWE television, and the Los Matadores gimmick was completely scrapped. I don't know whether they were fucking a modern-day tag team or they were a throwback on Tito Santana. I don't fucking know what they are. All I know is once I seen that gimmick, I knew it was a failure from the get-go. Nobody was ever going to get it. We're not living in the fucking 80s. We don't need guys wearing luchador masks coming out as fucking bull riders. Listen, give me fucking teams like American Alpha, bro. The vaudevillains can get away with it because the gimmick fucking is cool. It works. And they play it well. These guys, they're Puerto Ricans playing fucking bullfighters. Like, we didn't know who they were. Fuck out of here, bro. It's amazing that it took over 7 months to come up with the Shining Star gimmick, considering the essence of it is simple. We're from Puerto Rico. In all honesty, if Primo and Epico were talking about the wrestling in the country, going through the history and their heritage, then it would be a different story. But they're not doing that. They're sniffing flowers, and they're fucking showing off the pretty blue ocean. Oh, and I live in this fucking mansion. Oh, and I have a timeshare. Would you like to fucking come down to Puerto Rico and look? Huh? This house only goes for $750,000. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, a walk-in closet in the master bedroom. Look at the fucking beautifully remodeled kitchen. You got a fucking basement. This is what they are. They're fucking real estate agents telling you to come down to Puerto Rico. Yeah, okay. What are you going to show me as far as what you do in the ring? Seriously. These guys have talent, but this gimmick literally was concocted while Kevin Dunn was taking a fucking shit early in the morning one day. That's all it was. Instead of talking about their history and their wrestling background, no, they're fucking sniffing plastic flowers on Monday Night Raw. The WWE Universe isn't looking for great food, nightlife, or anything that they're selling. They want great in-ring action and entertainment, which is something their debut a few weeks ago did not provide. It makes sense that WWE officials were upset. According to a new report from RingsideNews.com, Vince McMahon has apparently given up on the gimmick. And it looks like Primo and Erico could have been better off as fucking matadors. Okay, now that we have acknowledged the Shining Stars are nothing more than the shining fucking losers, and the gimmick is not going to work, you can't blame them for trying. However, they need to figure something else out, and fast, because they could be the fucking shining losers that are next to fucking walk out of WWE as far as a budget cut goes. So, I don't know what the fuck's going on. You want to make these guys instantly credible? Bring back Carlito, and there you got a team that could instantly, because of Carlito's presence, go up against the New Day. I just saved you fucking months and months of torment of a shitty gimmick. Go out and sign this guy. Give him the money he wants and bring him in. If you give a shit about fucking 5 weeks of video packages to make these guys seem important, and they bombed immediately, obviously you're not doing anything right. These guys aren't doing anything right. Bring back Carlito and pair them with his fucking family. That's all you gotta do. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting. Will it happen? Probably not. Finally, we're going to end this week's Off the Script. Part 1. Vince McMahon has high praise for Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Yes, this is a true story. The company has put a lot of work into bringing Gold and Truth together on WWE programming. It took a lot of television time for Goldust and R-Truth to become a team. The WWE Universe can debate if their months of segments were entertaining at another time, but WWE didn't have to work as hard to form the team of Tyler Breeze and Fandango. And they're arguably a better match. According to a report from DailyWrestlingNews.com, Vince McMahon is said to be a fan of the pairing. Vince is a fan of the tag team because of how their characters are and how they complement each other. Not to mention that both men have some great in-ring wrestling ability. Really now? We didn't know that already. That have been hidden from Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Breezango, again, I don't know whether I'm at the fucking smoothie shop that's 3 blocks from my fucking house, or I'm watching 2 guys in the ring performing wrestling. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Golden Truth versus Breezango is a decent mid-card feud that gives all 4 of these men something to do on WWE television, but it's going to be interesting to see how they progress. The future of both teams is in doubt because of how deep the tag team division has become. With the brand split and draft coming up, it'll be interesting to see if these teams last through the summer. That means we could probably expect the duo to get some extra attention, and they may even end up in the tag team title hunt before all is said and done. If there are 2 sets of tag titles, there is a good shot that they could go to that brand and be crowned tag team champions. they could become champions quickly, even over some established teams. When Vince McMahon likes a tag team, he pushes them until he sees the value run out. With both Breeze and Fandango doing well, with all that they have been given to do so far, we can expect his interest in them to continue for now. Again, this could work, but you need to establish them on TV. Okay? Teams like the last half of this fucking list. Social Outcast, the Golden Truth, the Shining Stars, Tyler Breeze and Fandango. You know, you could even put the fucking Vaudevillains and the Lucha Dragons in that discussion. You got to build interest from the fans for these teams. If you're going to throw them out there and they're going to get no reaction whatsoever, they will never get over. They will go nowhere. Audience reception and audience reaction is half the fucking battle. If you can't do that, you're going to fucking fail. You're going to fail. I don't want to see these guys paired. I don't want to see these guys, you know, brought to a fucking, to a brand split and put on a show with separate titles and them thrust into a fucking feud with the titles or for the titles and they're not over. I don't want to see that. These guys need to be over before you consider them for any type of championship. And after the last rant I went on as far as tag team champions goes and splitting championships, I don't want to see it at all. I don't want to see it at all. But Vince McMahon has high praise for Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Really, now you have high praise for Tyler Breeze, right? Or high praise for Tyler Breeze. Meanwhile, when he first came in, and all the work that he did in NXT, you didn't have high praise for him then. But now you got high praise for him because he's fucking paired with Fandango, who's been pretty much non-existent on WWE television. What logic is that? I don't know. Vince, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. Tyler Breeze is a fucking winner, in my eyes. Fandango, he could be a great mid-card act for the IC title if you give him a serious fucking tone to his character. Being now that we got to live with them paired, listen, I'm not going to complain. It gives them something to do on television. We want to see Tyler Breeze flourish on the main roster. This may be his entry to that. Maybe he gets over and he continues to impress Vince McMahon, and then at that point, Vince McMahon can split them up, and Tyler Breeze can finally get his mid-card run, which he should have gotten when he first came to the WWE. IC titles, I could see him fighting for world titles. That's how good he is. You know, you might not like the character, but what he does in the ring is probably better than anybody on the fucking active roster right now. So, we'll see what happens. They got something to do on television. We'll see how long this lasts, but they got to get over. You got to get these guys over before you make any decision regarding where they're going and what they're doing next. That's that. That's Off the Script, guys. Episode 120. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. Always appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in. What I got lined up for the rest of the weekend. Bray Wyatt returning to Monday Night Raw next week. That is the news going around. Backstage details on how Goldberg's video game deal affects his status with WWE. Vince McMahon interested in Johnny Mundo, bringing back John Morrison back to the WWE. And the Ascension's Victor being repackaged for a solo run? Jesus Christ, man. Do they know what the fuck they're doing in Stamford, Connecticut? I don't think so. So, that's all I got lined up. Hopefully I got more news coming throughout the rest of the week. It's been a very, very slow news week. But can you blame me? I mean, WWE Raw was just awful. There was nothing newsworthy coming out of that show except for AJ Styles. So, we'll talk about all that. If you enjoyed it, like I said, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for the recent support. Check all the links and all the information down in the description. WrestleCrate, Twitter, YouTube. You got the podcast on iTunes. You got Barbershop Window. All that shit, man. All that shit. All the videos you missed down in the description during the week. It's all there, man. I'll be back on Saturday, part 2. Until then, I'm JD. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on Saturday morning. Have a great day.